Well, she has to be aggressive defensively. She's got to rebound and get them in transition. She's got to seek her shots, and she's got to distribute to Haley Cavender, who leads this team in scoring. If she does those things, I think Miami can win.
Final tip-off of the evening. And now we are underway. There is the aforementioned Haley Cavender, the All-ACC second team selection for the Hurricanes, and this her first year with the program. She and her twin sister Hannah transferring in. Harden will take the first shot for Miami. Offensive rebound was Jasmine Roberts.
Miami has much better spacing this year, good ball movement.
Ooh. Oh, but that's not good. Allie Van Timmeren still down on the floor. And if at first you appreciate the move that gets Cavender open, immediately that's followed by concern for Allie Van Timmeren. The 6'2" sophomore still down for Boston College. Well, this is a difficult way to start the game for either team, but especially for Boston College, seeing player go down in the opening seconds, really.
Well, the trainer is looking at her right side. Looks like her right leg area.
This Boston College team just trying to gain a little positive momentum. They had a win in their regular season finale on the road at Wake Forest. That snapped a 6-game losing streak. And then, of course, they got the win yesterday against Georgia Tech, 62-57, the score in that one. Van Timmeren has been in the starting lineup now 6 of the last 7.
So their trainers are assessing her right knee at this time.
And just due to the sensitive nature, not going to look back at this replay at the moment, but it was when Allie was stepping backward defensively that she went down.
Allie's a player that reclassified and came in early.
And joined Boston College in December of 2020.
Exactly.
So she is not putting any weight on that right leg. So this is going to be an immediate change, an immediate shift for Joanna Burnaby-McNamee and Boston College. Looks like it will be Dontavia Wagner, one of the stars, as you talked about, Debbie, for BC in their win yesterday. In her triumphant return to the floor after missing the last 9, she may be relied upon to play even more minutes now tonight. 8 seconds on the shot clock as we get back going. Miami in possession in white. Harden lost the handle, and it'll be BC ball.
Well, that's the kind of aggressive play, though, that Destiny Harden has to bring. She has to look to score off the bounce. She's got to be aggressive.
Boston College maroon uniforms, gold trim for this, their second game in the ACC tournament.
Miami starting out in their man-to-man defense.
Tiana Mayer, the All-ACC freshman point guard. Now Daley off the backboard and out.
These teams did meet earlier in the season. It was a 21-point Miami win.
Lola Pendande, offensive rebound. She is fouled by Maria Gakdang as you see the starting 5 for the Hurricanes. Pendande on the inside along with Harden, Roberts, Julia Williams, and Haley Cavender.
This is an explosive, quick backcourt that is defensive-minded. They run the floor hard. They share the basketball. Miami plays inside out through Pendande.
Now, you mentioned that 20-point win for Miami in the regular season. If you're Boston College, Debbie, do you go back and look at it? Do you burn it?
Oh, no, you look at it because you want to see how do they guard ball screens? What did they do on situations? And even though it was a while since they played, you still want to have that knowledge so that you can prepare your team better.
That matchup was January 26th in Coral Gables. Miami winning at 86-65 over the Eagles. Lacey curling in and getting the roll.
Well, she runs Cavender right off that screen at the elbow. It's a nice piece of execution by BC, and look how aggressive Wagner is on Haley Cavender.
Well, we talked a lot about her offense, and she's the leading scorer for this Boston College team yesterday. But boy, the effort she brings on the defensive end can't be missed as Mayer gets a steal. Andrea Daley leading the break. Harden hustles back, but not enough.
So Miami, too much dribbling in that possession, and it results in a turnover. They have multiple ways they can get into their offense.
Pendande. Hurricanes looking for the first field goal still. Pendande gets it and will get another free throw.
Well, it's a great isolation on the left elbow for a left-handed driver. And Pendande at 6'4" with her length plays off balance, right? Because she plays off 2 feet here. She's able to get her own rebound and power through the contact.
Remember, Pendande had to spend much of the season playing with that mask on her face after she broke her nose for the Notre Dame game just before the start of the year. She's happy to have that off. As you see, Van Timmeren still really struggling. She's headed back to get looked at some more. Hate to see that for Duana Burnaby-McNamee.
Well, no one wants to see anyone get hurt, and you know, injuries are starting to become a part of the storyline of this tournament.
Yep.
The leading scorer, Tanaya Latson, not available to play at Florida State, and they're gone.
Diamond Johnson,
NC State, day to day.
The Wolfpack were able to win without Diamond, and that is not how that play was drawn up, as Mayer had everything but the final roll. Cavender, leading scorer for the Hurricanes, averaging just under 13 points per game on the season. Now Pendande. Well, she's going to be a tough guard for Boston College tonight, isn't she?
She is. She's long, she's active, she's athletic. And I'm not just talking about Katie Meyer. That was her scout back in the day. This is Katie Meyer, the head coach at Miami. He's the winningest coach in Miami basketball history. She's a former ACC Coach of the Year and legend. She's been an AP National Coach of the Year. She also was a Rookie of the Year in this league in 1986. Not to do the math, but she and I played against each other in college.
Great career with the Duke Blue Devils, and now has worked her way into the Miami Sports Hall of Fame for her 18 seasons on the sideline with the Hurricanes.
She wears the number 43 on her shirt, which is in remembrance of her nephew, Philip Lutzenkirchen, who was tragically killed in an accident years ago. It's a great reminder to her daily.
1-point lead, now a few more as Wagner has her first points, coming off 16, and the Eagles win yesterday.
Miami is playing in a hurry, right? And too fast. They need to take a collective breath, which is something I saw Katie Meyer huddled with her team and do. They all got together and took a deep sigh, okay? Because they're all amped up.
I have to imagine it's tough to play this late game. Wagner, who did not play in the regular season meeting, by the way. It was the first game she missed with her injury for Boston College. But I saw Kenny Brooks sitting on the sideline scouting this game, head coach for Virginia Tech, and he was talking about that for his team. They're so ready to just get out there and play, but when you've got this late game, you've got to figure out how to manage that energy all day.
Yeah, but you'd rather not be playing today, you know, and wait until tomorrow because you got that double bye, you earned it.
Pendande off the front of the rim. Hurricanes 1 for 7 so far to start this game. Maria Gakdang, good finish.
Nice. How about BC? That might be the, you know, a little rust for Miami. They'll settle in.
Miami,
BC's defense is pretty good there, Jen. Really good to start the game.
Well, the Eagles feel like they've gained some momentum with their last couple of games. Good dish off from Roberts to find Pendande. 5 in the game for the senior from Almeria, Spain. Mayer, no fear in the freshman. Daley had it tapped right out of her hands. Jasmine Roberts with the theft up to Cavender for the finish.
There's that collective deep breath I was talking about. Need to settle in.
On the shot clock. Back then calling for it. She and Pendande.
Yeah, they'll play her straight up right now. That will be the way they'll defend Gakdang unless she starts to hurt them.
Well, she's playing with 2 fouls right now, Gakdang, so she has to be careful defensively. She knows it.
Dontavia Wagner off the bench. Made a couple of buckets early. She brings the energy. Gives BC an early 1-possession lead.
Here tonight.
Defense, let's have each other back and let's.
Dang, I like it. They came close last year, Miami, closest they've ever come in program history, making it all the way to the final before losing to NC State as the Wolfpack completed their three-peat. 3rd straight ACC tournament title. 3 to shoot, offensive foul.
Really good discipline by BC on the defensive end. They stuff every dribble handoff option. They do a good job in the dribble drive. And then Carla Ariavats commits the foul.
Ariavats, a graduate student on this Miami team, started the first 17 of the season. I know Katie Meyer loves what she brings to this team, but has been coming off the bench here more down the stretch. 3-point BC lead. Tiana Todd, freshman into the game for the Eagles. 5 to shoot. It's Lacey in the corner. Yes.
Now Lacey is the biggest 3-point threat, and you can't lose her. So you got to stay a little bit more home and not help on that penetration.
Lacey's hit 50 3-pointers on the season to lead the Eagles. Kyla Oldacre, the 6'6" freshman center out of Mason, Ohio, has her first points.
And she's coming off a 19-point game where she went 9 for 11, so she's playing with confidence.
So too is Dontavia Wagner, who says count it.
Dontavia Wagner, is that a 3?
It was 2.
Okay,
I thought so
was gonna
too.
say.
Long 2.
She's a long 2-point shooter.
That was going to be a tough catch in the corner.
You're going to watch JoJo Lacey. Watch the defense right here. She's going to go to the corner, and as the penetration comes this way and the ball moves to this side of the floor, you can't help. See, Haley Cavender helps too much, and then the recovery angle is not on a straight line. It's a good relocation to the corner by JoJo Lacey.
Another shot from 3 is Daley. Daley's got that one lucky pink shoe on again. I don't know if they're lucky or not, but they got a win yesterday in the 1 pink, 1 white, so she's got them on again tonight. Lashae Dwyer gets it over to Harden, still looking for her first points for Miami. Hurricanes 4 of 13 from the floor. BCD has not made it easy. Wagner spinning on Cavender, commits the foul.
That's a big size advantage that Wagner has on Haley Cavender. Wagner at 6 feet, Cavender listed at 5'6". She's got a high motor, and here's the thing, when you miss 9 games and you're considered a shooter, you might have a rhythm issue. But when you miss 9 games and your game is all energy and extra effort and rebounding and defense, it's okay that you don't have that kind of rhythm. You don't need it because you're bringing the energy every night.
Up to 16 points Dontavia Wagner had in Boston College's win yesterday. 10 of those came in the fourth quarter, and Georgia Tech was making a push late in that game. Eagles held them off. Scramble for the ball, winds up in the hands of JoJo Lacey.
BC is a little quicker and a little longer than you might believe. And you watch them play and you wonder, how do they only win 5 games in the conference?
Travel and a turnover.
Well, they're coming together at the right time. Dontavia Wagner with a little swipe, just enough to throw Miami off balance. Both these teams are hard driving downhill guards, right? They're full of downhill guards. Every once in a while, you got to just play off 2 feet and kick instead of just trying to get to the rim all the time. Could be a lot of collisions in this game.
If it comes down to free throws, Miami the better free throw shooting team, about 75%. Boston College 66% as a team for the season from the line. 8 for Wagner. Steps.
Now, that possession right there, Miami guarded personnel exactly the way you're supposed to guard BC. It's more of an undercover than it is up the line and overplaying. They're not a 3-point shooting team except for finding Lacey.
Quiet start for Cavender and Donde.
Deep post. That is a really deep post and great timing. Ariavets does a good job of exit cutting for that pass. And Pendande already had 2 feet in the paint.
Yeah, Pendande has been the most productive Hurricane so far. She already has 5 points in the game. Has left a few hanging at the free throw line, though. She's 1 for 5 from the stripe. Well, the 70th annual New York Life ACC men's tournament begins next Tuesday afternoon here at Greensboro Coliseum, and we will have all 3 first-round games for you at 2, 4:30, and 7 Eastern right here on ACC Network and the ESPN app. Pendande able to pick up 1 more from the line. 5-point Boston College lead. Everybody pointing, trying to help the officials out on where they think it should go. It will be Miami ball.
Look how active the zone is. High hands, moving their feet. You got to get in the gap like that. Nice pull-up jump shot. See, that's not over-penetrating. That's getting in the gap and making a play.
Lashae Dwyer, the sophomore out of Toronto, Ontario, pulling up for that basket. Tiana Todd, another Canadian on the floor, this time though for Boston College. This is a blocking foul against Dwyer.
Well, there were 2 whistles on that, and anytime there's 2 whistles, usually they're seeing the same thing as officials.
So personal foul on Dwyer, and Tiana Todd on the free throw line. The freshman playing with a heavy heart, but a motivated heart. Sending a lot of love out to her mom, Amanda, who is battling cancer, playing for her here at this ACC tournament. She missed the last regular season game for the Eagles, visiting her mom. And now has come back to join her team here, help them make a run.
Well, if Amanda, her mother, is watching, we're sending out our best prayers and best wishes for you. Keep battling and keep fighting. Man, and Pendande is just owning the paint. Another deep seal in the rim. She puts her defender in the rim.
Yeah, Pendande has been hard to handle. 8 points in the game for Miami. 2-point lead now for Boston College. Can the Eagles hang on to the lead as the final seconds of our first quarter tick away? Wagner, she wants it. Has to go over Pendande to get it. And the lead will remain at 2. 16-14, Boston College in the lead, but Pendande has been big for the Hurricanes. 8 points, 5 boards, keeping her team in it. Really before the start of the postseason.
Well, first of all, let me say, there's no clarity on what the NIL rules are, and it's very confusing, the timing, all the issues that are around NIL. And Miami already penalized Coach Meyer with a 3-game suspension. And now to bring out the news now and to do this now while she's trying to take her team to the postseason, I don't understand it myself. And let me just say this about Katie. I've known her for more than 30 years. I already said we played against each other in the 80s. There is nobody that has more integrity, credibility, is a role model and a mentor for so many young coaches. She is philanthropic. She is very giving of her time and money. And I don't understand why anyone would ever challenge or test the integrity of Coach Katie Meyer. She is above all of that. And you can ask anyone in the business. She's never had a scratch or a blip or anything on her resume. I don't get it.
Her team just got a big 3 from Ariavets, and then they get the ball back. They get 2 more points from Jasmine Roberts, and now Miami with the 3-point lead.
The other thing, too, let me say this. The Cavenders are at Miami to play in this moment and in this event, okay? Those kids were already making $1 million and had agents and all that before they even got to Miami. So it's very confusing, and nobody should take away this moment from Katie and her team as they're trying to win a championship in the ACC, and they will be playing in the NCAA tournament as well.
Cavenders spent the last 3 years at Fresno State, and that was exactly Katie Meyer's words when she was asked about that in the media call earlier this week, Debbie. She said, "My team has suffered twice. My team did not deserve any of this. None of my players have done anything wrong. They're just in here trying to win an ACC championship."
I'm not sure Katie Meyer did anything wrong.
Lashae Dwyer adds a couple more. She has 4 now for Miami. Good burst for the Hurricanes after that last timeout. Foul on the floor.
Well, the energy and the momentum has definitely shifted because prior to the timeout, Miami was down 2. Now their defense in the full court has ramped it up a little bit.
Well, ladies, would you like to know what Coach Meyer told her team in that last time out then?
You know it, Angel.
All right, well, here we go. She said, "You know how good you are? Well, let me explain it. You had 8 turnovers. You were 2 for 7 from the free throw line, and you're still in this game. Give yourself a chance by taking care of the ball. Stick together, and we'll make our run." We just saw it.
Not a good time for a turnover there after that good pep talk we just heard, Angel. I love that, though, because you can look at those numbers and be really negative in a huddle, right?
Well, when Angel's in our huddle, she's always positive.
And we appreciate how hard you're working, Angel. Last game of the night, 12-1 run for Miami, as Boston College trying to regain some of that early momentum they had despite the injury to Allie Van Timmeren that took her off, one of the starters for Boston College in the opening seconds of this game. Wagner, can she find some more magic? She does on that shot.
Yeah, just an aggressive drive down the lane line. That's the downhill part of Boston College's offense. Tell you what, I'm looking at this BC team, and I can't wait to see one more year of maturity, what they're going to look like. I mean, look how tough they are defensively right now, and they're all going to have an upside on the offensive end.
This BC team is young, no seniors, only team in the ACC to not have a senior on the roster, 5 freshmen. This one rattles home. 3-point Miami lead.
And then Taina Mayer is a really good young point guard. And I said this yesterday, in a league full of great guards, and particularly at the point guard position, she's going to have a lot of film to study in the offseason. Oh, look at that cut. Sweet.
Cavender, 4 points now for Haley, the older sister, by 2 minutes of the Cavender twins.
That great cut behind the BC defense.
Gakdang left open, says I can hit that shot.
Okay, it's heating up now. I like it. We don't want to hear any whistles. We want to see the ball going in the basket.
Winner of this game would earn the right to move on and play the Virginia Tech Hokies tomorrow. 3 seed in this ACC tournament. The Gakdang Pendande battle is going to be a great one to watch throughout this game.
Pendande is winning it big time. 6 rebounds, 8 points in 11 minutes. And that 2 for 7 from the free throw line that Angel was talking about is Pendande.
Daley is fouled as Boston College worked the ball up the floor quickly.
Watch how Miami, everyone is shifted over defensively. And right here, you can't lose Cavender. She comes behind the defense. You can't even see her right now. She's going to come right here through to the backside and gets behind the defense.
Daley at the free throw line for Boston College. Sophomore stayed home. She's from Miami, Florida. Oh, excuse me, facing her hometown team. Daley, obviously sophomore for BC. Called the X Factor. When she gets hot, she can really provide a boost to this Eagles team.
She likes to be coached, she wants to be coached, and she's learning how to use her athleticism and her skill together.
Oldacre, too strong.
Oldacre moves. I mean, she can get up and down the floor.
Mayer, she can get up too. Had a Boston College player, it was Daley, underneath her as she was going up for that rebound. That's a foul on Hannah Cavender, her second, as she's come off the bench and picked up a couple of quick fouls. Lacey. Daley trying to get herself a little space, get a lane and a finish.
What a great take. A little Euro, step around the D. Good body control. That's that athleticism and that skill.
Boston College back in front by a point. Ball out of bounds there on Cavender's attempt.
I mean, look at the body control on this play right here. She gets her hips and shoulders past her defender and then steps around what could be a charge. Really nice.
Well, we've talked about the momentum that Boston College feels they're playing with, and Joanna Burnhamy-McNamee has talked about how important it was for this team to just get something positive heading in to the ACC tournament. They had 6 straight losses. They got that in a win at Wake Forest in the regular season finale. Daley had a career high 18 points, 9 boards in that win for the Eagles. Trap from Miami. Wagner. And Harden brought it down. That allowed Wagner to get her hands back on the basketball. Jump ball. It is a 1-point game here in Greensboro. Boston College out in front, but not by much. It's the worst part, isn't it, Angel? You hate to see that. Thank you for that report. Boston College, nonetheless, was able to get off to a good start in this game. Pendande has been carrying Miami. Harden. She loves to go to work at the ACC tournament.
Great flash So athletic, really well designed to get inside the middle of that matchup.
She was a huge part of Miami's run to the championship game here last year, as Angel told you about at the start of the telecast. Averaging almost 14 points per game in her 6 previous ACC tournament appearances and shooting 50% from the floor, Destiny Harden. Daley, good rebound and put back. 8 points in the game for Andrea Daley. 6 of those in this second quarter.
Same set. This time they cover the inside. Harden just moves to a different space.
Oldacre in for Pendande, no problem.
Oh, how about the big 6'6" with a step through? That kid is going to be good.
Coming off that career-high 19 points, as you talked about in the regular season finale, Debbie, and Katie Meyer said, that might have surprised some people. It didn't surprise us. We've seen her do that throughout the season in practice and in spurts. There Yvette's already hit one. Cavender, the offensive rebound, and 2 more.
Nice job by Haley Cavender, just finishing in the trail. This rebound right here, nice job. Quick 3. Cavender reads it off the rim.
6 points in the game for Miami's leading scorer on the season, and she's an excellent free throw shooter, Haley Cavender, almost 90% on the year. Former Mountain West Freshman of the Year and Player of the Year in her time at Fresno State. Hannah watching from the bench. She's had some big moments for Miami this year too, including in the last game, which was a win against Virginia at the season high 15 points at 5 threes in that one.
Miami extending their pressure off the free throw.
Daley. Post passing finds Gakdang. And she is fouled.
Daley dropping it inside.
Oldacre committing the foul, her first. Freshman was a McDonald's All-American out of Mason, Ohio, and missed the first 11 games of this season, recovering from a medical procedure. She provides some good post presence and depth for Katie Meyer when Pendande is not on the floor. Two-point game.
They like to get Harden back in that ACC area, in the logo area. There she is.
Called it. She has been popping up there a lot. You can tell she's hunting that spot.
She's missed a couple of short jumpers in the paint. She usually makes.
Destiny, an all-ACC second-team selection this year.
Look at Oldacre, hedge on that ball screen and still recover back to Gakdang and defend inside. That's a heck of a play that won't be on the stat sheet for big 6'6".
Area vets. Good luck, good finish.
Since Katie Meyer brought Carla Ariavets off the bench, I think she's been a more settled player and her decision-making has been better. And Miami's been better.
Sometimes it's just about putting the pieces in the right places. Daley off the glass and in, and one opportunity.
Coach Burnaby McNamee has scored on that set every time they've run it. This is a really good look. They come off that curl off that elbow screen and they get in the paint with size and an advantage on a smaller guard. It's a well-designed play.
So Daley at the free throw line. She's got 10 points in this first half, already above her season average of 9.5 per game. And she's got 8 of the last 10 for Boston College.
BC is not going anywhere. I mean, they are sticking in it defensively. They're all in a stance. They're communicating. They got high hands on the catch. They're talking.
Harden, that one's good.
Yeah, that's the shot that she typically, her shot chart is going to be all around the lane area.
Boston College, the 11th seed, Miami, the 6th seed in this tournament. Miami also one of 9 ACC teams currently projected into the NCAA tournament, but they want to take care of business here. Solidify that spot. Charlie Cream last had them projected as a 10 seed. And you talk about Boston College, Debbie, you said it's surprising to look at this team and think they only had 5 ACC wins and then consider who some of those wins came against. Remember, they had that 2-game stretch at the start of the year where they went to NC State when the Wolfpack were ranked in the top 10. They won that game, and then they followed that up with a win at home in overtime against Florida State.
Well, part of the reason why they won that week is because Dontavia Wagner averaged 22 points in those 2 games.
She is back now for Boston College after missing the last 9 of the regular season. That's a walk. Three-point game. This one's still anyone's game. Miami has hit 5 of their last 7.
You know, you look out on the floor, and really, right now, BC is bigger at every position on the floor. They have more size on the perimeter than Miami. But this is a quick lineup for Miami.
Todd. Big offensive rebound. Daley at it again.
And that's what I'm talking about. Daley, bigger on the perimeter, can slash to the glass.
Boy, Miami right now has won the rebounding battle. That was a big one for Daley, but it is 22-10 in favor of the Hurricanes on the glass. Roberts. Harden. Say, you're not gonna guard me. I'm gonna hit it. Doesn't matter if she's a 28% three-point shooter. It's tournament time.
Last possession.
5 seconds and counting. Boston College looking for the shot they want. Is that it from Todd? Yes! What a way to finish the first half.
You talk about managing the clock. Todd lines it up. The high arching shot at the buzzer.
So this is their first game of the 2023 ACC Women's Tournament. Would love to repeat some of the steps they took last year, making it all the way to the championship game as a 5 seed. Miami with the basketball to start quarter number 3 here from the Greensboro Coliseum.
BC doing a really good job matching up in their zone, but look how wide it is. There's lots of angles for Miami to attack offensively.
Jasmine Roberts, nearly a 37% three-point shooter on the season. Hits the triple, she's got 7.
Just the 3rd triple gen for Miami. And so as wide as that zone is, there's lots of opportunity there for Miami. Now watch how Miami's matchup is. It's inside the 3-point line because BC's not a great 3-point shooting team.
Four to shoot, Lacey knows it. Harden got up so high, she nearly took herself out on the rebound. Jalea Williams picked up her dribble, goes inside to Pendande, and it's stuck. Haven't seen one of those yet.
It got, I always say it got caught on the phalange up there.
Well, it seems like a good time to go to Angel, who talked to Joanna Burnaby-McNamee.
Yes, and as far as the adjustments, I think she wanted to see a little bit more of that from Miami as well. But a few other things she addressed was she was saying that Miami's getting a few of those high-low looks as Harden gets another steal in transition. But she was saying right now that's where they're hurting the most. The high-low plays, they have to limit them. She was also talking about being -12 in rebounds. They have to do a better job of communicating, holding people off. But she is very satisfied of how they've been able to adjust, especially losing Ali Van Timmeren, moving them around on the defensive end.
Wagner with the drive.
Well, that's 9 turnovers for BC, 5 of which are steals in transition opportunities.
Pendande just staying with the play. And eventually she is fouled, so she'll shoot some more free throws. Hope to have a little better performance there. She was 2 for 7 from the line first half.
I mean, Pendande has been so good rim to rim. She's long and active. She's able to get to that left hand over that right shoulder. It's really tough to defend.
And she's going up against one of the best shot blockers BC has ever had. Maria Gakdang, just a sophomore, but already second all-time in career blocks, and that was her 3rd personal foul, Gakdang, so that's going to be something to keep an eye on.
That is the 5th personal foul that Pendande has drawn on the BC defense. So she's getting to the line. She's got a good stroke. Got to shoot with confidence at 72%. She's a much better free throw shooter than she's shown. The other thing this zone has done is taken away the BC high-low game, which is so successful when you're playing against a man-to-man defense. That's where Gakdang is able to get some points around the rim. Now you're forcing BC to the perimeter.
Mayer goes back to Daley, who had 11 points in the last 6 minutes and change of the first half.
That is a tremendous play by Mayer. Really nice rebound and drop down pass.
15 points in the game for Andrea Daley to lead Boston College. 5th assist for Mayer. Harden working the baseline.
Another nice cut on the baseline behind the BC defense.
Mayer to Wagner to Gakdang. Good passing by the Eagles.
How about the passing in the last 3 possessions by both teams? All bounce passes for buckets.
I mean, both teams shot over 50% from the floor in the first half. Pendande.
Another bounce pass. Okay, let's go.
11 points for Pendande to lead Miami. She's 5 for 8 from the floor. Six to shoot. Mayer will do the honors.
This is just a nice play right here. Drop it off, draw the help, finish off the glass. And then the same thing right here. Pendande using a bounce after she receives a bounce pass to create some space to score.
All right, area vets into the game for Miami. Williams. Rebound to the Eagles. Mayer.
Pendande lurking in there, forced that pass out of the paint.
Gakdang now going against Pendande. Pendande's played some good clean defense. That's just her first foul.
Which means she can get more aggressive on plays like this right here, see? I don't know.
Yeah, actually it was charged to Roberts.
Yeah,
so
okay.
Pendande was clean. So Maria Gakdang on the free throw line, the 6'3" sophomore out of Maryland, set the Boston College blocks record last year. continue to lead them in that category this year.
Single season, right?
Yes, single season. And she's now second all-time in career blocks. Just her second year.
Isn't that behind Carolyn Swords?
Ooh, I don't know if it was
Or
Swords number
Stephanie
one.
Murphy. Two great bigs that played at BC in the past.
Cavender looking to get hot for Miami. That's her 5th rebound. Cavender, 7 points in the first half. All ACC second team selection this year. Something to prove coming to Miami. We've had fun watching her and her sister this season.
We have. I mean, they're two tough competitors. They play better defense than people give them credit for. And they compete every day in practice, and you never see them change their expression, right? It's all business. I love it.
They came to this league to prove they belong, and I'd say they've certainly done that.
Well, they wanted to test themselves against a higher level of competition, and they want to play in the NCAA tournament. Check the box on both of those.
Cavender looking for the assist this time. Roberts can't deliver. Daley running the floor. Pendande recovered. There were 3 Hurricanes in the vicinity, and Daley a little slow to get up.
Sometimes I don't know why players cross back into traffic when she could just go strong to the right side and draw a foul. You're trying to avoid contact going around through the traffic, but you end up in the contact anyway.
Well, that was the first personal against Pendande. Saying it was not a shooting foul, so Eagles ball into the basket. Gakdang backing her way in. Back it up and finish.
Beautiful. Well done.
It's a dozen for Maria Gakdang, a point above her season average. Inching the Eagles ever closer. Pendande. Ariavets, 3 to shoot, does so and is fouled.
God dang. Wow. Big bucket inside.
Refugee camps in northern Sudan, had to relocate to Egypt before coming to the States. Had Maria in Atlanta, where she met Maria's dad, who is also a South Sudanese refugee. She's one of 6 siblings. She's from Atlanta, moved to Maryland, started playing when she was 13. She wanted to try it because of her mother. Her mother said the first few years were all about balance for her, but she knew in the 8th grade it would be something very good for her. She said, and look at her now. She broke the program record in blocks in her freshman season, named a part of the all-freshman team in her freshman season as well. And she chose Boston College mainly because Coach Joanna was able to handle the very spicy jollof rice.
Is that it? That was the key?
The spicy rice. I love it.
And what a great story, Angel.
Yes,
I love to hear
absolutely.
that, where Maria, her history and where she came from, and great to see her mom here in Greensboro cheering her on.
Well, I think Joanna Burnaby-McNamee is a tremendous teacher, and you can see in her team how young and how well put together they are and how hard they play. That's a compliment to your staff when your team plays hard every possession.
And then every now and then you're reminded that you have a young team. When you have a shot clock violation, don't get a shot off.
Especially coming off timeout. Good D by Miami, though.
Both of these teams vying for a spot in the quarterfinals. The Virginia Tech Hokies await the winner of this game. Virginia Tech beat Boston College in the regular season. Miami, though, upset the Hokies on January 8th down in Coral Gables, when Virginia Tech was ranked in the top 10, as they are now as well. Great run to finish. One of the hottest teams in the ACC coming into the postseason, Virginia Tech. 5 to shoot for Miami. Pendande does the honors off the glass.
She always uses the board. I don't know if there's anybody in the league that uses the board better than Pendande.
13 now for Pendande, and Mayer just ran into a wall of white. Harden lines up the three. Not a lot of points in transition for either of these teams, having to work it in the half court, and Mayer hits the three.
There's a big three by the freshman point guard. That'll stretch out the D a little bit.
See, neither team has really relied on the three-pointer much, especially in this second half. Gakdeng, big rebound. Wagner has it swatted by Harden.
Destiny Harden is such a stud. She is one piece of muscle. She takes care of this one so they can set their D. It's a big-time hustle play in transition.
JoJo Lacey making it look pretty. Here we are, 1 point differential once again. Boston College led by as many as 7 in the first quarter. Largest lead also 7 for Miami. It's been tight.
Little bump on that drive.
That was Hannah Cavender. Now BC ready to run. Todd. Gakdeng can't win the battle against Oldacre. Haley Cavender was clapping and calling for it in the corner.
She's always ready to catch and shoot. Timeout Miami.
So Miami calling the timeout. It's a 1 point Hurricane lead in the third. Or Boston College, it's a 1 point game between these two teams. They vie for that spot to take on the Virginia Tech Hokies. Lashae Dwyer. Meyer mentioned that she really changed the game, she felt, when she came on in the first half.
I mean, this is another really good play design to get the isolation with one of your best, quickest off-the-bounce guards. And there's a variety that Miami has to choose from. And Katie Meyer is calling out Dwyer's number. That's because she believes that she can finish that play.
A lot of different players can take over for this Miami team. 8 different players have led them in scoring this season. And that was also the third personal foul on Dontavia Wagner on that play.
It's a very balanced offense with interior and three-point shooting. And then they defend at a high level.
Some full court pressure, but it's a foul by Cavender, her second.
Charged to the Hurricanes, and number 14, Haley Cavender, her second. Team foul number 3.
Remember what Katie Meyer said to Angel going to the break is when you play the Cavenders together, they get a little bit better ball movement. That's why she's got this rotation on the floor.
Taina Mayer, 7 points in the game, makes it a 1 point lead. Oldacre!
Good pass. Turned down a good shot for a better, higher percentage shot. This is a nice drop off. Oldacre gets inside position.
Get the feeling she may just be getting going, Kyla Oldacre, the 6'6" freshman for the Hurricanes who missed the first 11 games of the season.
Really didn't have a preseason, and wait till you see what she becomes next year. I can't wait, because she'll get an off season with Coach Meyer in the weight room, on the court, and she'll be better.
This young Boston College team feeling much the same with all of their young players who've gained experience this year. Todd amongst that group of freshmen.
This BC team is not going away. What incredible fight. They're putting some serious game pressure on Miami.
Remember, it was a 20-point Miami win in the regular season. Cavender gets it out of the corner. Dwyer is wide open.
They were heating it up now. You better hang on for the fourth quarter.
We are nearly there. 4-point Miami lead. And double dribble by Gakdang, travel, excuse me. And that's the 12th turnover by the Eagles.
Let's see what Coach Meyer wants to draw up here and design. I got to believe it might be a Haley Cavender 3.
Hannah Cavender bringing the ball up the floor.
They'll go with about 9, 10.
Harden had it on her fingertips. Mayer trying to get through the Hurricanes to take the shot, but it will be a 4-point Miami lead as we go to the fourth quarter. And the threes starting to rain down here in the Greensboro Coliseum. Todd hitting one for Boston College, and Miami staying out in front there.
Both teams shooting the ball well. Miami's plus 13 on the glass. They have 14 offensive rebounds, and they've scored 12 points off those. Miami's bench has scored 22 points so far through 3 quarters.
There are a lot more options available to Katie Meyer on the bench, and Boston College's bench got shorter with the injury in the opening seconds of this game to Allie Van Timmeren. Miami starting off with the basketball and the 4-point lead in the fourth quarter. Mayer playing some tough defense on Cavender. Haley Cavender, that is. Hannah now with the basketball. Six on the shot clock. Dwyer needs to shoot it, realizes. Gakdang pulls down the rebound for Boston College.
She took a quick peek at the other shot clock at the other end. Coming up a timeout. That's probably not good execution by Miami, but really good D by BC.
Wagner couldn't get a good look at it. Harden to Cavender, count it.
Really nice pitch back to Harden, who drives down the lane line and sets up Haley Cavender.
Good look inside, and JoJo Lacey delivers.
Well, that's that size advantage that I've referenced before about BC and their perimeter game.
Oldacre setting the screen. Again, getting low in the shot clock. Hurricanes having some difficulty getting the shot off, but nobody boxed out Lashae Dwyer.
Another offensive rebound for Miami. It's their hustle on the perimeter that gets to the glass, and because they're pressing full court, you can send 3 or 4 to the boards. You're not giving up anything on the other end.
Yeah, Miami, 15 offensive rebounds in the game to just 5 for Boston College.
Look at Mayer's defense on the ball.
Dwyer.
Oh boy, look at that quickness. What a beautiful change of pace, hesitation.
I think she's feeling it a little bit, Lashae Dwyer. And how unselfish has Destiny Harden been? And we talked at the beginning about how she's been so big. Had some great moments in the ACC tournament, most notably last year, Miami's run to the final. But looking to pass to her teammates these last couple possessions paid off.
This is the quickness of Miami and the speed up the floor.
Here is Harden.
Everybody crashing the glass.
Mayer has Todd. The two freshmen combine.
See, that time I'm talking about them crashing the glass, but they give up a long rebound, and it's a transition opportunity for BC, which they capitalize on.
Boston College has not had the lead since about midway through the second quarter. Dwyer and Miami trying to keep it that way.
She is taking over.
15 points for Dwyer, 6 of those coming in the fourth.
Look at the poise of a young BC team right here.
Lacey, 7 seconds, turnover, Cavender, can she keep it in? She does. Rebuilt Miami team in a lot of ways, bringing in the Cavender twins. Harden, of course, a constant carryover, and that's her spot, isn't it?
Nice back door. Good read. That's not a call. That's just
set for the quarterfinals tomorrow. And right now, Debbie, Miami has made 4 of their last 5, and the Hurricanes with the 9-point lead. That is their largest of the game.
Let's see if BC can get a score and then get a few stops in a row.
Wagner's been awfully quiet in the second half. She gets it back here. It's like Miami has just made it their goal to make everything difficult, especially when Dontavia Wagner, who was really one of the heroes for BC yesterday, has the ball in her hands.
BC's been really good on their baseline out of bounds execution.
7 seconds.
Well, this time they turn it over.
You know, the other player who was big in the first half for Boston College was Andrea Daley. 13 points in the first half, just 2 cents.
If there was going to be a fatigue factor for BC, this is when you would start to see it, because this is their second game at a high level of intensity in 2 nights.
And a short bench that got even shorter when Allie Van Timmeren went down in the opening seconds of this game, came back out on crutches.
I mean, literally, I think it was 36 seconds into the game.
Ariavets had a lane, saw another player open. It was Williams, and then Pendande cleaning things up.
Another offensive rebound.
Todd. It's an offensive foul before she can pass it off. Harden getting herself set.
You know, I was wondering how BC would respond off the last time out since Miami had taken their largest lead. Remember, I said, I wonder if their spirit has broken now because Miami just keeps making a play. Let's see if BC has something left in the tank here, because they have fought hard the whole game.
Now, we've been within a point or a few single digits, certainly for most all of this game. 6-0 Miami run, though, has opened up the double-digit lead. Williams traveled.
Good D. They cut off that lane. And yeah, Dwyer's going to come back in the game. Katie Meyer's got to finish this game with Dwyer.
At one point there, Lashae Dwyer, I think, had 6 straight points for the Hurricanes in the fourth quarter. Dontavia Wagner, back for BC just in this ACC tournament. having to play a lot of minutes tonight. Dwyer had it blocked by one of the best to ever do it for Boston College.
Where she can cover a lot of ground. And there's another BC player down.
That was charged in Miami, number 13, Lashae Dwyer, her second. Team foul number 1.
It's like Daley, the player who's down for Boston College. You know, she was walking a little gingerly, I thought, the last time she came back onto the floor. Clearly is in some pain now. So 4:10 left to go as Andrea Daley, the sophomore for the Eagles, get some treatment out there on the floor. Hopefully she'll be all right to continue on. I mean, she's been a big part of what they've done tonight. 15 points, 13 of those in the first half.
I mean, what a hustler. What a great player she's becoming.
She averaged 5 minutes per game last season. This season, much bigger role.
Yep.
9.5 points per game, nearly 30 minutes per game that she's played for Boston College.
Really good rebounder, defends multiple positions. Going to become a better offensive player in the offseason. Hope she's okay. And that hopefully it's a cramp, but we don't like to speculate, which I just did.
Well, we're certainly hoping it's nothing too serious, whatever it may be. Either way, it takes her to the bench at the moment. Gakdang wanting some options, goes to Wagner. Spins and makes the tough basket.
Well, when she gets to that left shoulder, she is tough to finish. Tough to keep from finishing.
Wagner now in double digits. Those, though, are her first points of the second half. Can Boston College get a stop on this end? Area Vets. Another rebound for Haley Cavender. It's her 8th rebound, 12th point. Lashae Dwyer leading the defensive effort for the Hurricanes.
I mean, her nose is right on the ball. When you have a team that's locked in defensively and they make every action difficult, the dribble's difficult, the catch is difficult, the pass is challenging.
And look at how hard Gakdang's having to work. Wagner stole it back. Todd, tough take, and a good one for the freshman.
This pass is given to Cavender in traffic, and then Harden tries to swipe it away, and Todd maintains her focus on the front of the rim.
13 points in the game for Tiana Todd, playing for her mom, Amanda. She's back home, fighting cancer. How about 7 of those points for Todd in this final quarter, trying to continue to give Boston College a little life. JoJo Lacey nearly took it away. Now it's all up to Gakdang. With some help from Todd, it was enough. Mayer takes it herself. Cavender snags the rebound.
Coach Meyer says, let's run a little clock here. You got essentially 4 ball handlers on the floor with Pendande.
Miami trying to see this one out. Area Vets. That'll help.
That is a huge triple.
Ariavets has hit 2 threes in this game. She came in shooting 18% on the season from beyond the arc.
They've made 6 threes with 5 different players, has Miami.
That's been their story this season, hasn't it? I mean, Katie Meyer says you're never quite sure who'll step up.
Pendande with a little pitch. Ariavets with a bucket.
Ariavets, who started her career at Wyoming, then with the Hurricanes the last few years, and still at Boston College. And Dontavia Wagner was something to say. Timeout. Katie Meyer wants to talk things over. Minute 30 on the clock. Her team in the lead and trying to keep it that way as we are nearing the end of this one.
30 to play, has a lead because of this woman right here. Lashae Dwyer has been fantastic. She has come on in the second half, off the bounce from the three-point line, coming up with some loose change on the offensive end. She has been aggressive and has handled the ball and has made some really good plays.
Thought she was about to do that one on cue for you right there. She was fouled, so she'll be going to the free throw line.
She's going to the line. She's been aggressive.
4th foul on Gathang for Boston College. Look at that, the season average versus what Lashae Dwyer has done tonight. She's come to play in Greensboro.
Well, Katie Meyer getting contributions from multiple players, and that's what you want in March. I mean, you want your team trending in the right direction. Most of the teams in the ACC, because the race has been so close, has really been in the postseason since mid-February, to be honest.
It's felt that way for sure. The shot clock issue here has caused the stoppage. 28 seconds on the shot clock.
BC looking to trap. Got to move the ball here.
And look at Dontavia Wagner work. Then she commits the foul afterwards. A little smile from Haley Cavender as she held on.
Did we lose our floor sweepers?
That's the 4th foul on Dontavia Wagner. And you can't play the what-if game, but boy, it could have been a very different season for Boston College had she been able to stay healthy out those last 9 games of the regular season.
But they have an awful lot to look forward to. I mean, they've got their appearance here is something to build on for next year.
Yeah, normally at this point in the game, you start looking, you think about those seniors who might be playing their last basketball in the uniform, and it's not the case for Boston College. No seniors on this team. Could have everybody coming back next year.
Got to space the floor right now. Now you need a shot.
Cavender takes it, makes it.
That's a big bucket right there. I think Miami's game plan, the way they managed the matchup, the way they shared the ball, their defense.
On cue, Lashae Dwyer uses her defense to add 2 more to her total. 17 in the game for Lashae Dwyer, make it 19 off that steal and take to the basket.
Coach Meyer wants to empty the bench a little bit. Substitution timeout.
Well, this is a performance I think Katie Meyer, Miami have to feel good about, right?
Absolutely. Now you start looking forward to thinking in advance about Virginia Tech. Next, Miami with a win over Virginia Tech at home, 86-77.
Yeah, in that game, Jasmine Roberts had 23 points to lead Miami. Haley Cavender had 19. Should be a good one to watch. They all will be tomorrow.
The issue for Virginia Tech is going to be handling the defensive ball pressure of Miami. They have multiple guards that can defend. Georgia Amore, who's been playing like one of the top point guards in not just the ACC, but in the country. And then Penn Oldacre and Pendande play Elizabeth Kitley, the player of the year from Virginia Tech, straight up. Miami has a little more depth, but certainly Virginia Tech is more than equipped to come in here on quarterfinal Friday, get a chance to have an extra day of rest and an extra day of prep for the Miami Hurricanes.
Well, since the ACC went to this current format in 2014, a team that has not had a double bye has not won the ACC tournament. So that shows you how valuable it is to earn one of those top 4 seeds. Miami had a chance last year to break that streak as a 5 seed, but lost to NC State in the final. Wolfpack through to the quarterfinals again after their win earlier today.
800 wins for Wes Moore.
It's quite a job he's done at NC State.
What a great offseason Joanna Burnaby McNamee is going to have with this young group. They're going to come back next year, and you better keep your eye on them. And Miami will advance with a hard-fought, excellent team victory.
Well, it was actually a shot clock violation, so we have 0.2 of a second left before the final whistle sounds. That'll make it official. 84-69, Miami advances. Talk about a tough team to scout. Katie Meyer getting big performances from Lashae Dwyer and Lola Pendande.